It's not the most sturdy. I'm thinking about like hip width. Make sure you wear your N95. This is gonna get dusty. In Kim logic, this makes so much sense. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kim. If you are new, and you've probably seen today's title, we are gonna be making a dog slash baby gate. In my case, it's gonna be a doggy gate for my fur baby here, Milo. I have been waiting to make this little DIY for the longest time because the baby gate slash dog gate that we have currently up is just not doing it for us. It was either buy a new gate or just DIY one myself, and I figured I had a lot of like scrap wood and materials from our little shed makeover. I have a lot of 2x4s, so I figured why not make it useful? Because I'm doing it myself, I figured I would make it kind of cute, or as much as I can to make it look kind of cute. So I want to make like kind of like a Dutch door. I do have a little bit of an idea of how I'm gonna make it, and it involves like a little U-shaped frame on the outside, and then basically make a door in the middle with a little lip at the bottom for it to not swing all the way through. It'll make more sense when I show you what exactly I'm gonna be doing, but that's kind of the plan. So let's get started. Let's go downstairs and see how we're gonna frame this thing. But this is basically where the doggy gate is going to be placed. I have this one. It's not the most sturdy. It comes with like a little extension which we use, and then it kind of just butts up on either side to the corners of the stairs. And you'll see the problem here in just a second. So I have it kind of up. It is the most flimsiest thing. Literally you push it and it falls down. And you can't really tighten it too much because this like just starts to open up. So it doesn't always end up being too tight because this gate is supposed to be for a door, not a staircase. And as you can see, this area has a big gap here that we can't really fill. And then every time we try to open this, most of the time it just like topples down. So we're gonna try to fix that. So let's see how tall we want this to be. I'm thinking about like hip width. So maybe around 3 feet. Yeah, that's not too bad. So it's gonna be 3 feet tall, 37 3/4. All right, let's first build a frame. I need a frame for the stairs. That way it's a little bit more sturdy and not too wobbly, because if I just have one post on the side, the door, and another post on the other side, things might move around and the door might not close properly. You know what I mean? So if I have like a U-shaped base that connects the two posts together, I know that at least the bottom part of it is more immobile and it won't like expand, move back and forth as much as if it were just fully 3 different separate segments of the door. Does that make any sense? I'm not a carpenter, but in my head, in Kim logic, this makes so much sense. Frame is 36. I'm gonna do 2 3-foot boards. All right, so it seems I have enough 2x4s just for the frame of my doggy door. I'm gonna have to go on a little trip to the store to get more things, but at least I can start off with a frame and try that out, and then I can take it from there. I really hope this works because I'm so excited. And 3 feet here. I have the frame of the door cut out, and it's basically gonna look like this. Just a big U. I am going to put some pocket holes on them and attach them together, and then I'm gonna dry fit them upstairs to see if it's going to fit. We have a little bit of progress on our DIY. My battery died and I was so in the zone. I actually went to Home Depot, bought a couple more things, a couple more studs. These things are only like $3 for like a 2x4x8. So I think that they were a really good deal. And then what I did is I made 2 U-shaped structures, which I think I showed you guys before my battery died. And then the inside, from what you guys saw of the 2 U's, I cut another 1.5 inches on the top because I want to make like a little detail where like it kind of has like a little lip like this. So in order for me to do that, I had to cut 1.5 inches for the doors. I wanted it to make it all across, but because of the jut out of the lip that I want on the top, and how the door opens, if I had like a little lip on the posts on either side, it doesn't like open all the way because the 2 little lip things would like butt against each other, and then it won't open. So in order for me to still have the little lip at the top, I do have to just keep it on the door and not on either side of like the little posts that I've decided to make. So that's the one detail that I had to alter from my initial plan. And then the second thing that I did is I actually have a router with a router table. Bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. It was a really good deal, and now I'm finally making use of it. So in order for me to make the door, I like routed a little bit of an inch in depth and 3/8 of an inch across on all of the little door frames, kind of like how you would make a cabinet. And then I know to make it look nice and clean, I should have also routed the sides of the bottom one and then just kind of connected them that way. But honestly, it'll be at the bottom of the door, and I feel like I'm just not at that level yet where I can do these things. So I'm just gonna keep it simple. To join all of the framing together, I'm just gonna use pocket holes. So that's my spiel. Now I'm gonna try to connect all of these again, this time with wood glue because it's finalized. And then I'm gonna cut this scrap plywood behind me here, and I'm gonna use that to be the little door in the inside. So it is totally another day now, and I apologize. I've been really bad at filming this whole process, mainly because I've had issues with my camera, but we are back on track now. It's a full battery and my SD card is no longer full. So basically this door is now finished. How I made it is how you would make a cabinet door, except I just made it larger scale. So I used 2x4s and a 3/8 inch plywood. So as you can see, I routed like a 1/2 inch depth and then 3/8 inch wide channel all across the sides, both left, right, top and bottom of the frame. And then I pocket holed this frame, the U part, I pocket hold first. And then once I had the U, I just slid in this middle plywood, and then I placed the top part. This one is also routed up here, that way nothing moves. And I used like ugly plywood, like the cheap one, because that's what I had on hand. So what I did, this is the back side, so I'm not too worried about it. But for the front side, I did wood fill the whole front and then also the top. And then now I'm just gonna sand. So all of these 4 joints right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're glued, but this plywood in the middle is not glued. It's kind of free moving. That way, if it expands and contracts, it won't like crack the whole structure. I actually already dry fitted it and it worked beautifully in the staircase. So now I'm going to sand it. And then after that, I'm gonna prime and paint. Make sure you wear your N95. This is gonna get dusty.